Retention changes everything. Everything in your life will change when you take this seriously, as it did for me, as it has for me. And I'm just at the tip of the iceberg. It's funny because I don't have like amazing, incredible superhero benefits yet, but just subtle ones that let me know that this is working. And somehow there's this confidence that's built up in me that knows by intuition that everything I want in life lies in this path, in this journey. And so nothing in my life moved until I took this journey seriously. I searched endlessly for techniques and pills I could take or supplements I could take or belief systems that I could adhere to, religions and thought systems and entertainment and drugs and alcohol, all this kind of stuff. And it all left me even more empty, and it all was like even more disappointing than my state before I tried them. And so, man, I'm coming up on about 4 months in this thing, and like I was saying, it's just subtle. It's just subtle benefits so far. I'm in the camp with a lot of you guys where benefits don't come quickly for me. I've had a lot of streaks before, 2 months, 3 months. I think my longest was 4 months before this, where I didn't see a whole lot move. I didn't see a whole lot change, especially energy-wise. My whole life I struggled with low energy, since I started this habit, since I started PMO. And so it's incredible how even just small changes for me right now give me so much motivation, because I just know that this is the path. And I've tried, from everything I've tried before that hasn't really worked. It might, like at the beginning, it might it's like a placebo thing, you know what I'm saying? Where like, oh yeah, this is working. Like a small change happens, like, okay, I found it, And there's been so many times that I've been disappointed like that with different things to try to fix myself, And so I just want to encourage you and let you know that everything you want in life, everything you're hoping for, lies on this journey, on this path for men. And so, a lot of you guys in my comments I see are like deep in the journey. Y'all are 60 days, 3 months, 4 months in, and some of you are seeing good benefits, and some of you aren't seeing anything yet. And so it's important to remember that if you're not seeing what you want to see yet on SR, to keep going, because there's so many different processes happening in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. There's so many different processes happening that that you just can't see and you don't know. And I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it because I think it's important, is that it matters, how long you were in this addiction and how intense it was, how many releases per day on average, and how young you started. If you started, before puberty or during puberty, like that really messed you up. That messed me up. You know what I'm saying? Like my body, I never retained any semen since like 10 years old, And so there's so much development that I missed out on that I know is gonna start occur. I'm gonna catch up on, basically. So, just want to encourage you guys, man. Keep going. You're on the highest path for a man, and I know some days this thing gets really rough. It does, and there's a lot of days where the mind will try to convince you that nothing's moving, nothing's changing, nothing's working, and it's got to be something else. Oh, everybody does this. Everybody does PMO. Everybody releases. Like this thing's BS, basically. Like I went through so many battles like that in my mind, and I still do. But it's just when you're on this journey and you get a few months in, and for those of us who don't see benefits right away, you got to look for really subtle stuff. You got to realize, oh, hey, wait a minute. Like I got more energy here than I used to. Just slightly, and just hold on to those little victories, and just know that storing up all this life force, like retaining this life force, is going to change you. It's inevitable. It's gonna change your whole being. Sometimes it just takes a while. Our body isn't used to retaining like this. Our body isn't used to holding on to its life force. It's always used to just the release and letting everything go and just being a slave. So you guys are doing amazing, man. I see people from all over the world, man, in the comments. I just love seeing y'all's journeys and how everything's going. And like I said, some of you guys are seeing benefits, and some of you guys, it's going to be a little more grindy for you. It's going to be a grind. I just want to encourage you though to keep it fresh. A lot of times, I know for me, I'll get a routine built, and it can start to get old and stale, and I'll still keep pushing through it because I feel like, oh, I got to get my workout in, or I got to do this, I got to do that, and it's a little different on SR. I've found in my experience. Sometimes you got to give yourself grace. Sometimes you got to listen to your body and your intuition. That's going to start to bubble up as you keep retaining. That lets you know what you need. And so if you're super super drained, like, take it easy. You know what I'm saying? The main building block for that day, the main victory for that day is retaining your seed for that day. And so I just want to encourage you guys that, this might be a marathon for some of you guys. For some of you guys, it might be a sprint in terms of benefit wise, And so just hang in there, man. Keep going. The benefits are coming. Amazing things are coming. The life you want, the purpose that the divine has for you to step into is coming, and it's going to be revealed. And just don't get caught up in the timelines of the benefits. That for so long, man, that tripped me up for so long. And because I would cling on to hope. I was so drained, man. I was so desperate for some kind of change in my life. I was so desperate for some little spark of energy, or just something to be different. I was just trapped in this box of just monotony, and life was so dull, and there's just no color to life. And I was just looking for anything that would just give me something different than that. And so when I first came into SR, I saw all the videos of all the benefits and timelines, and by 30 days you should be here, and 60 days you should be here, and 90 days, you're a completely new man, and everything's different, and you're living the life of your dreams. And that happens for some people, and that's really good, man. If that happens for you, that's like the best thing you can hope for. That's like the best thing you can ask for, because then you can hold on to that, and this path works. But for my experience hasn't been that. And I want to speak to the guys who are going through the same thing, where this thing has taken a while. And so just gotta hang in there. It's coming. The blessing is coming. Your purpose is coming, and it's going to be even more amazing than anything you ever dreamed of. But oh yeah, I was talking about the benefits, timelines. Don't put so much expectation and so much hope into the timelines. Put more focus and more, but just accept within yourself that this is your own journey, and it's going to look different than other people's. And so the quicker I feel like you can accept that, it's going to be a better journey for you. There's going to be less pressure. That creates an immense amount of pressure, man, to feel when you're struggling day by day, when you're just grinding to get through the day, just hoping, man, once I get to 30 days, just defeating all these urges, and these urges are just whooping you, man. And you're like, okay, at 30 days, I'm going to feel better. Everybody says once you get to 30 days, you're going to feel better. And when that doesn't happen, man, that's crushing, You say, okay, man, I can hang on to 60. Let me hang on to 60. And you go and you get to 60, and there's still not much has changed yet, And man, I've lost so many streaks that way. I've given up so many times because of that. And so I would say, I think a good piece of advice would be like, just don't even expect anything for like a year. Say, I'm going to commit to this journey for a year, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to like put any expectations on it. I know this is like this practice is going to change your life. You know what I'm saying? This is the highest path. And so just like believe in this path and say, I'm just going to be a scientist here. I'm going to be my own experiment, and I'm going to give this thing a full year, and I'm going to put everything I have into it. And whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to put any expectations on timestamps or time frames. And so that's really helped me. It might seem basic, but I really got caught up in that mind frame of timelines and what should be happening at certain timestamps along this journey. I really got caught up in that. So I'm just hoping through my experience, maybe I can help somebody else not to get trapped in that. And so I know for me, most of my life, I've just been a very rigid thinker, and everything has been black and white. Like in my mind, I wanted everything black and white, and it's like, okay, if I do this, I get that, and we got to get away from that, because that just causes so many relapses. Because once our expectations aren't met, once what we think is supposed to happen doesn't happen, then it's like the mind's like, I told you so. I told you so. This doesn't work. Just relapse, just release. It'll feel good. You deserve it. Let's go. Like, it comes up with all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I just want to end with some encouragement, man. The the one thing I do harp on a lot is community, getting connected with other brothers who are on the same path. Man, it helps a lot to be connected with guys who are going through the same thing, to be able to talk to guys who are going through the same thing. And even talking to guys who have seen benefits in this, and guys who know that this path is the right thing to do. It's nice when you're struggling, just to get some pointers and get some, just a pick me up, to see, to look to somebody who has been there and has gotten through it and has seen the fruits of this practice of SR. And it's just a blessing to be in a community and see all that. So if you're looking for a community, I've got one on my description, the Sons of God. It's a good community. It's almost 100 guys strong now, and man, we do weekly seminars, and we just discuss all. It's a Discord chat. We discuss all aspects of life, and support each other and keep each other accountable. You'll find an accountability partner, and just it's just high level conversation, and it's just something good to saturate yourself in, and it's good rhetoric and good talk to hear and see while you're on this journey. And you'll be introduced to things that, introduced to new ideas and new habits and new lifestyles. And it's just good to get feedback. They say iron sharpens iron. So I'll leave that link in my description if you're interested in joining. And yeah, but I just want to leave you guys with just some more encouragement, just to know that this journey is one of the hardest things you can ever do. For a man, it is the hardest thing you can ever do. And so I've been through so many different kinds of addictions, and got through, different drug addictions and just addictions to various things in life. And I just know that this is the hardest one. Lust is the hardest. Lust, porn, all that stuff is the hardest addiction to overcome. And so I just want to commend you for being on this path. I want to encourage you to stay on this path, and just know that when it gets hard, to keep pushing, because the rewards, the benefits, the life of your dreams is right around the corner, and it's on the other side of this. And man, there's so many guys around the world that are going through the same thing that you are. And there's an army that's rising up of men who are done living in the prison that this society, that this world has built for us. And it's time to step up, and it's time to break out of that cage. And I think there's a new move of God that's sweeping in, of the divine, of the universe, of Creator, that's sweeping across these lands. And I just encourage you to be part of it. And the first, one of the first moves is getting free of lust and retaining our energy and our life force, and having the universe and Creator direct that. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for watching these videos. Thank you guys for your support. And yeah, have a great, blessed day. All right.